Breaking: Democrats rally against concealed carry permits, gun owners pledge to fight. Democratic attorneys from over a dozen states are urging Congress to abandon key legislation, backed by the National Rifle Association, which would allow concealed carry permits issued in one state to be valid in all states. Now is the time to share this and speak out. Naturally, the left waited until the deadliest mass shooting in all of U.S. history took place, so that they could politicize the event to push their agenda. Unfortunately, despite the Second Amendment being extremely clear about the right to bear arms, the anti-gun movement is picking up steam. With the worst shooting in American history fresh in our memory, we urge you and your colleagues to reject these ill-conceived bills, said the coalition of U.S. Attorneys General in a letter drafted by New York Attorney General Eric Schneiderman. The mass shooting in Las Vegas killed a whopping 58 people, and left hundreds more injured, so it should come as no surprise that gun regulation has been the hot topic for the past month. Already, the ban on bump stocks is beginning to pick up steam, but President Trump has expressed his condemnation. A stark supporter of the Second Amendment, President Trump has floated the idea of passing an executive order making it legal for citizens to have concealed carries across the nation. He's noted that a driver's license is applicable across state lines, whereas a concealed carry permit, which he argues is a right, is not. The 8-year assault on your Second Amendment freedoms has come to a crashing end, President Trump has previously told members of the NRA. "I will never, ever infringe on the right of the people to keep and bear arms," he said. Never, ever. Despite this, 17 Democratic politicians have rallied together in an attempt to shoot the proposed concealed carry permit law down. The Associated Press reports. New York, AP, Democratic attorneys general from 17 states are calling on Congress to abandon legislation backed by the National Rifle Association that would allow concealed carry gun permits issued in one state to be valid in all states. The top prosecutors from states including New York, Pennsylvania, Iowa and California sent a letter to congressional leaders in both parties on Sunday warning that federal reciprocity proposals being debated on Capitol Hill will lead to the death of police officers and civilians, the proliferation of gun traffickers, and acts of terrorism and other mass violence. With the worst shooting in American history fresh in our memory, we urge you and your colleagues to reject these ill-conceived bills, write the Attorneys General in a letter organized by New York Attorney General Eric Schneiderman. The fresh warning comes as the gun lobby, emboldened by complete Republican control of Washington, continues to press for looser gun restrictions in the weeks after an attack in Las Vegas that left 58 people dead and hundreds more wounded. It was the deadliest mass shooting in U.S. history. Already, momentum appears to be slowing for a federal measure that would outlaw devices, known as bump stocks, that allowed the Las Vegas shooters semi-automatic weapons to mimic fully automatic guns. The National Rifle Association insists that the recent shooting has not softened its support for any its 2017 legislative priorities, which include legislation that would make it easier to buy gun silencers. The Concealed Carry Reciprocity Act of 2017, which has already garnered massive support in the House of Representatives, remains the NRA's top legislative priority, said Jennifer Baker, a spokeswoman for the pro-gun organization. If approved by Congress, this would allow people with concealed carry gun permits in one state to bring their concealed carries into another. Many conservatives have noted that the complexity and redundancy of current laws makes it a nightmare for gun bearers to travel across state lines. The future of the Second Amendment hangs in the balance, as President Trump and his Republican allies have rallied together with the NRA to push this nationwide concealed carry law. Democrats have rallied together as well, and are fighting the right every single step of the way. Now is the time to speak out. If this law is passed, it will serve as a major and country-changing victory for the conservatives in America. If it's struck down by Democrats, however, when we have a Republican majority and a Republican president, it could spell death for the Second Amendment in years to come. Thank you for watching this video. What do you think about this? Share this on Facebook and Twitter along with your comments.